Anyway, speaking of reviewing, let's have a look at this one. So the ongoing Sontarans versus Rutans series, I think it's been a great success, right? I think if they had put this out as a box set, it would have been like awesome, right? These are able to really stand alone as individual releases. Because I mean, at least judged on the strength of the first part and the second part. So the first part was, who was it? It was the which Doctor? Go back. Hang on. It was the Eighth Doctor, Charlie and Kariz of a very lesser known TARDIS team, which I quite like, right? But it was a good little story about essentially Roman Sontarans, right? In I don't know, some kind of when was it? It was in history, right, around Roman era, I guess. And it just told a story. It told a Doctor Who story without lecturing you, right? Which this managed to do as well. So we got the three leads are Tim Treloar, Sadie Miller, and John Coleshaw. John Coleshaw's Brigadier is beyond perfect, right? It's an incredible. I think Stephen Noon described it as a resurrection, and I think he's absolutely right. It's it's not just that he sounds exactly like him; it's that he understands the performance so well, right? And you can even see Nicholas Courtney's eyes twinkle in certain lines. It's absolutely fantastic. Sadie Miller has comfortably eased into the Sarah Jane Smith role. She doesn't sound exactly like her mother, but it's like, for me, it feels like I'm listening to the story. Somebody was saying in the chat, not in the chat, in the comments, that they just couldn't get their head around the recasting Doctor Who. And I said, look, for me, it's more like when they recast either James Bond or what was it, James Bond or Captain Kirk, right? I've seen several people play Captain Kirk and James Bond. And that's what I like about they do. These are performances way over impersonations. But the Nicholas Courtney, John Coleshaw, that's an impersonation. But generally speaking, this TARDIS team really, really, really sounds like they're this TARDIS team. It feels like late Pertwee Doctor Who, as the main release does for this month. Oh, anyway, as this is was it the 40th anniversary, 50th anniversary of the Sontarans? Well, we're in 2024, so 14, 2004, 94, 84, so 50th anniversary, right? 50th anniversary of the Sontarans, and I guess by dint the Rutans, we have the Sontarans versus Rutan series, right? So as I said, the first one dealt mostly with Sontarans with a little bit of Rutans. This is a much more Rutan story. And it's good, right? It's good. You have a nice bit of espionage, 1970s Doctor Who espionage stuff going on with the Doctor's acting strangely, right? And then so you're thinking by the time, because this is a Rutan story because you can see the cover, that the Doctor's been replaced by Rutans, and it does feel that way for a long time. There's quite good scenes of the Brigadier and Sarah Jane trailing the Doctor. It ties into the Time Warrior. You're in the same location as the castle, but in the current day or in the 70s, as opposed to the 14th century or whatever the first one was based on, right? And it's again much more of a story about Rutans than Sontarans. They don't really fight in this one at all, which for me is fine, right? Again, it's an hour story. It tells I think a relatively interesting story. It's kind of fun where the Rutans get their body prints from. That's enjoyable. But again, this isn't like a faithful recreation of the Third Doctor era because it's an hour long. Right, and it doesn't. And by doing that, it doesn't have the same depth as like a 6-part story or a 4-part story, and it doesn't. So it's much more simplistic than stuff you would normally see on the Third Doctor's time, but it still feels authentically like the Third Doctor, right? It fits nicely into there. There's some really nice stuff about the Brigadier and the Doctor's relationship and how it's blossomed over the years, right? Let's see what the blurb has to say. The war between the Sontarans and Rutans has been going on for a millennia. It's likely to continue a millennia more. The terrible conflict where, with no care or consequences for the collateral damage, billions have died with no end in sight. The Brigadier is used to the Doctor acting strangely, but this time there's something decidedly different about the whole affair. As he looks into the Time Lord's odd activities outside a unit, there's a mystery that will take Lethbridge Stewart to a site very familiar, Sarah James Smith, the castle, right, from whenever it was, to the Time Warrior. Can a Brigadier trust his old friends, and who are his mysterious new allies? The future of humanity is at stake. The Sontaran threat could spell the end of a long-standing friendship and the entire planet. So there is a real nice echo or reflection of not Death of the Daleks, to Dare the Daleks, where you have possibly a future, was it guerrilla force come back in time. But more interesting, they're coming back from our past to the greater past. They're from the 1990s. And so, you're not sure if they're from an alternate time track or something like that. But it mirrors the Dare the Daleks really, really, really nicely, right? I think that worked very nicely. Generally speaking, look, not woke, interesting Doctor Who, Sontarans versus Rutans. So far, 2 out of the 4 releases have been recommended, and I'm excited to be able to recommend this. Right, I'm genuinely excited. Who else is in the cast? Hibbert Law, Sadie Miller, John Coleshaw, Jeremy Ang Jones. Oh, he's very good. And you got Captain Saint. Oh, he's excellent. And then you got Lucy Goldie as Sergeant Moss. She's the only one that doesn't really work that well, right? So again, is this woke or is this not woke? It's down to your own taste. The sergeant in this is female, much like in the other Third Doctor release this month. They have a security chief that's female in it. But for me, that doesn't feel woke, right? It feels like I could have seen them in the original on the original TV show, them doing something interesting like that. So to me, it didn't feel woke, and they were characters, so I'm fine with that. So anyway, that's a strong that is definitely a recommend. I'm excited for the next one, which is coming out shortly. It's a 6th Doctor and Charlie one. I love the 6th Doctor's outfit. So this is much more of a Sontaran one. It's written by Tegan Byrne. Oh, that's a new writer. So I'm like, it's just as cast as India Fisher, right? Oh, you've got Colin Baker as well. John Colson at Skine, isn't it? Well, and Skull and Christopher Ryan's in it as well. Blimey! But I think Skine was in the first one, wasn't he? Hang on, let's have a look. Because there was this whole time storm about why they were there in the first one. You didn't really know why. John Colson, no. Fine. I was wrong, right? I was wrong. I don't know why I'm being wrong. But so there was a bit of a mystery set up in the second one. This one didn't really connect to that mystery. I'm just assuming by the time they get to the 3rd or 4th part, they're going to bring it all together. So Tegan Byrne, I've never heard him. Has he written much before? So these have not been stellar, sadly. What did he write in Comrades in Arms? Both of these have not been great. He's an actor, I guess. Yeah. Tegan played Runa. No idea. Look, I hope they're good. Let's try this one over here. Runa. And are they in this, or do they write this? Oh, yeah, so this is their first script. Look, I don't know. Normally I'm scared, right? When I see a new writer. Let's have a look. Tegan Byrne. Go to x.com. And we'll do a search. There you go. Okay, so I hate to say she's a diversity hire. Well, they got this out though. I hope it's good. Yeah. Let me download this. Hang on, we'll go over here. Doink. Doink. Oh, I hope it's not woke. I mean, look. Seeing a non-white woman, I'm sorry to have this reaction. I really am, right? I really am, and I hate that I do have this reaction. But I'm going, oh god, this is going to be shit now. And look, I don't think it's my fault that I'm worried about that, because they've had quite a bit of that sort of crap. But let's see what their Twitter feed is like. Is it all like Trump, girlhood? 1 second. Yep. Okay, so she doesn't live on Twitter. That is a good sign. This is a very good sign. Right, so she's excited that she wrote it. So she got into BAFTA. Okay, so she's been trying to break into writing. I wish her every success. Like, you know why I wish her every success? Because I paid for this bloody thing, right? I paid for it and I want to enjoy it, right? I don't want to feel that I wasted my money on it. So look, I'm trying to be optimistic, right? We call it in Judaism, dam lechaf zchut, judge people on the side of merit, right? And I hope that's true. I'll say, see the trailer. I'll say, Kolancha says the only reason you have this reaction is because everything they pushed us last year. Exactly. Great cover though, right? And it's good TARDIS team. Maybe this is good cast.
Taxodon, isn't she a beauty?
She's certainly very peaceful.
Is home to the Nox. Fascinating species.
From Big Finish Production.
You want to watch out for those hard knocks.
Doctor Who, Sontarans versus Rutans, Born to Die.
The Nox have abnormal genetic coding, very malleable. People have been trying to uncover their secrets for centuries. They evolved a great aptitude for concealment.
Crodox. Name is Crodox.
Okay, so far it's not like Audacity. Audacity was awful, right? Oh God, steer clear of that. It was genuinely awful.
Oh, it sounds like someone in pain.
If our mission is completed effectively, we will return as heroes.
What on earth are Sontarans doing here?
That sounded like John Cole show rather than what's his name, Ryan.
You have killed a Sontaran. You must be executed immediately.
Oh, that's what's his name, Ryan. Yeah, I definitely hear his voice. What's it called in? Is it Christopher Ryan, right? Bit of Lord Kib action.
Oh, not again. Activate weapons. Virus, airborne infection, turning Sontarans feral. Fire on my command.
The enemy will be destroyed.
Okay, so again, they haven't lectured me in the trailer thus far, right? What can I say? If it's shit, I'll let you know.
I promised Crodox I'd save them.
We need to get out of here. Run! Big Finish. For the love of stories.
That gets better when they have different people saying it.
Excellent. A new dawn approaches.
Although it'll be funny if Dan Starkey said it in a Sontaran voice. It'll be way funnier, right? So yeah, I hope it's good. Oh, I hope it's good. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.